You ended up spending 6 months on remand, as I understand it, before being tried for, well, what was it? Theft? Fraud?
It was Australian law defines it as obtain financial advantage by deception.
Okay, why did you spend it?
Young and foolish, I guess, and
Not that young. You were in your 20s.
Oh, our brains aren't fully developed until we're 25. But I don't know. It sort of just all happened, and perhaps you'd call it an error of judgment or something. And I'm not sure what I find more crazy, the fact that that happened to me or the media circus that surrounded it since I've been acquitted. I'm not sure what I find more crazy.
So presumably you were saying to the bank, you know, this credit is that this unlimited credit is crazy. It's insane. What are you doing?
No, I didn't ever tell the bank that. I just asked them if they'd lend me the money, and they did. And it was sort of just as simple as that, really. It was sort of a strange experience to go through, but that's just the way it happened. So.
And what did you spend the money on?
All sorts of different things. I bought cars and went on holidays and celebrity memorabilia and artworks and you name it. I sort of bought it pretty much, and then it went on for about 2 years, and then the police came through my house, raided me, and took everything back that I ever owned. So then I ended up in prison for 6 months over it.
And have you still got all that stuff?
No. Every single thing that I ever owned was confiscated by the police.
Right. And so you were tried and you were acquitted. How did you react to that?
Well, I was never surprised by the fact that I was acquitted in the end. It was just a shame. It took 4 years for it to go through from one court to the other, and then the 6 months jail time I did before I was eventually acquitted by the Supreme Court here in New South Wales.
And why were you not surprised with the acquittal? Because you had spent the cash that wasn't yours.
Yeah, but it came down to a rather complicated area of law, and a law that had never been applied to anyone in Australia before. I was the first person they essentially charged with this offence. And by the time it went to the Supreme Court, the judges sort of made the decision that what I did wasn't a crime, and there was absolutely no evidence that I'd committed a crime.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. A lot of people were shocked by the verdict, but I wasn't. But then I had lived through it for the 4 years beforehand, so I sort of knew the law and educated myself on all of it and things like that. So it was a unanimous decision as well. So 3 justices in the Supreme Court all ruled that my conduct didn't amount to a criminal offence.
Fair enough. But do you think you did something wrong?
I think that's literally a matter of opinion. Some people say what I did was really, really horrible and, I should be burnt at the stake. But other people sort of, I'm getting patted on the back in the street and, people giving me the thumbs up and messages from all over the world saying all sorts of different things. But I'm certainly not proud of what I did. I'm not telling my story because I'm proud of it. I'm just telling it because it's a story that's interesting and needs to be told.